In this video, we'll be going through the Swellendam Municipality's Mapping Portal. The first step to follow is to sign in, and once you are signed in, you will be able to see the Public Mapping Viewer, the Zoning Editing app, the General Viewer, and the Support and Feedback widgets. So we'll be going through each of these three applications, and I will explain to you what each application entails. When clicking on the Public Mapping Viewer, you are greeted with a splash screen which you need to read, agree to, and click on OK. And then to navigate the viewer, you could either search a location by typing in an address, you could zoom in using the zoom in button, or you could zoom out using the minus button. If you are wanting to pan on the map, you can just left click and pan the map, and if you want to go back to the home extent, you can then just click on the home button, and that will take you to the default extent and scale of the app. On the right hand side, the map layers widget opens by default, and this is where layers can be toggled to be turned on or off. So layers that are not that you do not want to see, you can turn off, and layers that you do want to see, you can turn on. And then coming down to the widgets bar at the bottom of the screen, if you click on the legend icon, that tells you what every symbol that is presently showing on the map or displaying on the map stands for and what it represents. So as you turn on layers, your legend will dynamically adjust. So this tells you now what each polygon or each color of every polygon represents. And if I turn off the zoning layer, the legend adjusts accordingly. The next widget is the bookmark widget, which allows you to easily navigate between the towns within the Swellendam Municipality. So clicking on Infanta, for example, will quickly take you to Infanta without needing to zoom out and scroll all the way to the place. So to go back to Swellendam, we could either click Home or click on the Swellendam bookmark. The next widget is the Draw widget. So this enables you to make annotations on the map, where you are able to either draw lines, plot points, or draw polygons on the map. So if I want to draw a line from the one side to the other, then I'm able to do that. I'm able to also choose a color, and I can then plot a line. I can plot a rectangle or a circle or a free-form polygon if needed. Bear in mind that these polygons or these annotations only are present for the current session. So if I refresh the page, then all of these annotations will disappear. And to remove all of them, I can click on Clear. So the next widget is the Measurement widget. And this allows us to search, or rather measure, polygons. We are able to define the units that we'd like to see our measurement in. So for this one, I'm going to keep it to square meters, and we can then draw a polygon around the area that we would like to measure. And as we draw it, our measurement dynamically updates. And to end the measurement, we double click and we see that this is 156,499.9 square meters. And to clear that, I just click on the clear button. To measure a line, I'll click on the ruler, define my units, and then I can measure the distance between any 2 points. You can also do the distance of a complex line, a multi-line, and to finish it off I will just double click, and that tells me that the line that I've drawn is 398.3 meters. And to clear that, I just click on the clear button. The next app, or the next widget rather, is the the spatial layers widget. So this enables the searching of properties according to the AR number. So if I search, for example, for property 1937, I'm taken to that property. Another way to search for places is also by location, or rather by address. So if I search by address over here, then it takes me to the same place. The next widget is the swipe tool. The swipe tool allows you to compare two layers with one another. So on the left we have the recently captured drone imagery, and on the right hand side we have the base map, which is conventional satellite imagery. And comparisons can be drawn by dragging the swipe tool to the left or to the right. This is particularly useful for monitoring developments in a certain area. The next widget is the base map gallery. So the base map is the backdrop that shows behind your map. So I'm going to turn off our Swellendam drone imagery, and we can then choose, for example, streets as a backdrop, and that will then change our backdrop to streets. I'm going to turn it back to imagery with labels. And the next widget is the print widget. The print widget takes the extent of your screen and puts that in a PDF that you can then print. So we can call this the Swellendam NG Church as the map title. We'll keep it to PDF. As for land and A4 landscape, we are happy with. If other settings need to be changed, for example, if you want to define your scale, you can set that over here. You can set the scale bar unit and the resolution of your map. And once you're happy with all the settings, you can then print, and that will generate a map for you. It takes a while to generate, but once it is generated, it can be opened and printed or downloaded or sent to anyone that would like to be shown a map. Alright, if you have to make annotations on the map, for example, you are able to make annotations on the map and then print, and those annotations will then show on the printed map. Alright, the next app is the GIS Viewer. The GIS Viewer's navigation is very similar to the public mapping viewer in that to zoom in you could either use the plus button, and zoom out you can use the minus button, or you could drag the map to the left and to the right and use your wheel to zoom in and zoom out. Once again, the layer list shows all of the layers that are on and off, and when the eye is not struck through, it means that the layer is currently visible. When the eye is struck through, then it tells you that the layer is turned off. So I'll show that to you when we are zoomed in. So to search over here, you could either search by an address, a Surveyor General 21-digit code, or an erf or farm number. So once again we'll search for 11 Voortrekker Street, and that takes us to our desired location. Let's just zoom out there. And so the drone imagery now shows. If I click on the eye, then the drone imagery is turned off and the eye shows the strike through. And like the public mapping viewer, the draw enables you to annotate with lines, polygons, or points. And the print widget likewise allows you to print. It always takes the extent of your window unless you define an extent in the settings. And this is a coordinate conversion. If a coordinate is received, you can enter the decimal degrees or degrees, minutes and seconds, and that will plot a point on the map that you can then view. The table widget shows the ownership detail for property. So if I make sure property is on here, and we turn on registered property, which is on, we'll be able to see all of the details pertaining to the registered layer in this table over here. And likewise, there's an advanced search that enables you to search properties according to address, street name, zoning, or registered property. And if I search this once again, I could add in Swellendam. And that takes me to the church. Once again, there are bookmarks that show the different areas within Swellendam Municipality. I can then quickly move to Infanta or to Sierbrak, back to Swellendam. So that concludes the GIS Viewer. The next app is the Zoning Editing app. And this app enables the managing of the zoning layer within this application on the zoning feature layer. So once again, our layer list is turned on, and we can then manage the zonings of every property within the municipality. So new zonings can be defined within the edit widget over here. Zonings can be changed and edited and renamed all within this application over here. So that concludes the Swellendam Municipality Mapping Portal training. If you have any queries, you can contact Esri South Africa through the support and feedback widget, and we will be more than willing to assist you with your query.